What's up, Bublo? How goes it? Alright, fantasy football playoffs time. This week could mean a lot of money to us, so we got to make sure we make the best decisions possible. This team is looking pretty set. I'm pretty sure that I'm happy to roll with Chargers defense against the Rams, even though the Rams just had a big offensive week. I don't think they're going to do that 2 weeks in a row. Hope not anyway. The Chargers defense just put up 20 points against Indy last night. They only have one defensive touchdown on the entire year. Maybe they're due for something like that, you know? I think we're going to end up sticking with Chargers defense. I'm a little worried about how good the Rams looked last week on offense. But not that worried. And I don't think we have many other options. Although we'll check it out in a second. The kicker for the Cowboys, I've been playing this guy like every week for most of the season on both of my teams, so I don't think there's any change in it. This guy's had double-digit fantasy points many, many times. I think we just stick with him. The Cowboys get into the red zone a lot. More opportunities for the kicker. Jalen Hurts got freaking hurt on me 2 weeks ago, and he's still hurt now, and I don't know if he's going to play this week or not, and if he's going to play this week, I don't know if we want to play him. Coming back from an injury, I guess we probably would, but it's risky. We started Tua last week, and he sucks at football. He's got 5 weeks in a row sub 18 fantasy points, even though he has freaking Tyreek Hill on his team and shit. And he's in the concussion protocol now, so we're never going to be playing him. We're just going to drop him, try to pick up somebody else. I'm pretty sure that these are going to be the skill players that I start this week. Tyreek Hill and DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is playing against a good defense, but I don't think we can worry about it. We do have Amari Cooper as an option, but the Browns' offense hasn't been looking so great. And they've been eliminated from the playoffs, so I don't know that I really want to play Cooper. I think I'd rather play Metcalf. I think that the Seahawks still have something to play for. And yeah, Metcalf's been pretty solid. I mean, he gets a lot of targets. 10 targets, 6 targets, 9, 15, 8, 10, 9, 9. I mean, they're looking his way. Running backs, I think I'm going to go with McKinnon, Chubb, and Eckler this week. And I'm going to bench Sanders. I started Sanders last week, and he stunk it up, and I was worried he would. He's, like, so random. He'll have a 30-point week, and then he'll have a 1-point week. I don't know. We need 10 points out of a running back. I don't need 30, and I don't need 1 either. I need 10 or 12. McKinnon had a huge game against Denver last time. He caught so many balls against Denver's defense. He had 28 points, fantasy points total. He's been kind of on a roll. I don't think that I've started McKinnon any of these 4 weeks that he's had a fucking great game. I think he's been on my bench every single time. And this week we're going to play him against Denver because I'm not playing Sanders. We could play Dobbins against Pitt, but he only gets like 12 or 15 carries a game, it's looking like. I mean, McKinnon could have 10 targets in the passing game. I got to go with McKinnon, I think. That's the only question is, do we play McKinnon? I think we got to go with Chubb. I think we got to go with Eckler. Mostert hasn't been doing great. Jamal Williams hasn't been doing great to the point where I feel like they're even droppable, possibly. I don't think anyone's going to want to play Raheem Mostert or Jamal Williams this week. My opponent has Etienne, so he's definitely going to be playing Etienne. My opponent has Pacheco. I'm assuming he's going to be wanting to play Pacheco. Singletary. Wow, 19 fantasy points for Singletary last week? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. Who else does he have at running back? He also has Leonard Fournette. And he has the other Buffalo running back. So, if we drop Jamal Williams or Raheem Mostert, there's no way this guy is going to play Jamal Williams or Raheem Mostert because he's going to play Etienne, Pacheco, or Singletary, or he's going to put Fournette in that starting lineup. He's never going to play Jamal Williams or Mostert here. So, I don't think we should worry about dropping Williams and Mostert if we want to. His tight end is Kelsey. Not surprised to see a guy in the championship game with Kelsey at tight end. He's got Justin Jefferson, and he's got Gabe Davis for the Bills. He has a lot of Bills. They're playing Monday night. Wow. Oh, and Joe Burrow plays Monday night too, so it's going to come down to the very last day, huh? This championship game, this Buffalo-Cincinnati game. He's got Philly defense against New Orleans. It's probably a pretty good play. He's going to stick with that. Cleveland defense on his bench. That's a good block. That could be a good defense for us to play. He also has 2 kickers. Interesting. Receivers, Jefferson, Davis. He's not going to change that up. So, I mean, this guy's team's pretty set. Unless he ends up getting Fournette in his starting lineup. Right? Other than that, I mean, that's it. I don't think we need to worry about dropping Jamal Williams or Raheem Mostert. I don't think this guy's ever going to start those guys. So we could drop him, try to pick up some other players, block some other players, whatever. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. We're going to play our guys. He's going to play his, and that's that. All right, let's see who's out there. Okay, so Trevor Lawrence is available, but he's playing Houston Texans defense, and like he could be an option for us at quarterback, but the Texans defense has been really good against quarterbacks, so that's kind of worrisome. What's up, Ocean Skate? Huh? What's up with the remake? Let's Play? What do you mean? The remake's been out for a few years. It's a one-player game. Is ACR dead? Flooded with 99% bots? Those are 2 really random questions. I don't know, man. Yo, what's up, Arrows? How's it going? What's up? What's up? We got Carr, we got Jones, we got Wilson. Okay. So there's no real options for us at quarterback here, except... Well, that's what we should fucking... If we're going to do anything, that's what we should do. We should pick up all quarterbacks and then evaluate it throughout the week. Daniel Jones is an option against Indianapolis. Daniel Jones, I don't know, man. I really don't want to play this guy in my fantasy football Super Bowl, I'll tell you that. I definitely don't want to. I think that we're going to try to play the Eagles quarterback. I think we're going to play Jalen Hurts or Minshew. Minshew just had 20 fantasy points. 24 fantasy points. Although New Orleans defense is alright. Well, he played Dallas. 355 passing yards. I think we're going to go with Minshew or Jalen Hurts, and that's how we're going to roll for the championship game. I'm worried about going with a Jalen Hurts with a hurt shoulder because he could get hurt in game. I think I'd feel more comfortable going with Minshew. And if Minshew isn't going to play and Jalen Hurts is going to play with a hurt shoulder or whatever, then I might actually feel more comfortable going with like fucking Daniel Jones or something, but that sounds scary to me. Are you going to play it and stream it? I've already played it and beaten it like years ago. I didn't really like that game that much. Go with the Eagles quarterback. Daniel Jones sucks. Yeah. I'm feeling that. Or we could go with Mike White against Seattle. See, like, why not Mike White? These last 2 games will go a long way to determine whether Mike White is a viable option for them next year. Yeah, so he's going to be trying to play his ass off. We know he's a competitor. We know his team likes him, whatever. And they're playing Seattle's defense. Seattle's defense hasn't been so great this year, right? Seattle's defense, fantasy football, 6 points per game. Well, I'm playing Chargers defense this week, and they're only 6 points per game. Look at that Patriots defense leading the way at 11 fantasy points per game. Jesus Christ. Even though they're not even having the best year, right? Why? Look at this. They have 6 defensive touchdowns. Wow. 50 sacks in 15 games. They get 3.3 sacks a game. It's fucking impressive. Anyway, the biggest thing for us this week is what quarterback are we going to play. It's going to be the same as last week because the fantasy football gods decided to hurt all of my fucking quarterbacks right at the end of the year. So, oh yeah, let me write down Mike Jones, right? Is that his fucking name? I don't even know this guy's name. It's not Mike Jones. What's my motherfucking name? It's Mike White. Okay, Mike White. I don't even know the guy's name, but we might start him in the fantasy football Super Bowl. I don't think there's really any other options here. Like, what about, like, I guess Sam Darnold? Oh, he's playing the Bucs defense, so we don't want to do that. Darnold's been, like, running the ball. How many rushes a game has this guy been getting? Game log. Rushes. 3 rushes, 4 rushes, 2 rushes, and then 6 rushes. 2 rushing touchdowns in 4 games. 2 rushing touchdowns in 4 games for Darnold. And they're like running the option with him and shit. Still, not an easy guy to start in your fantasy football Super Bowl. But, you know, season average, quarterback, rushing attempts a game. There's Darnold right here. So Darnold has more rushes per game than Trevor Lawrence right now. More than Russell Wilson right now. Malik Willis and him have the same rushes per game, basically. So, I don't know. He's going to run the ball 4 times, Sam Darnold. He might get us a rushing touchdown for 6 points. He might get us some rushing yards. Whereas Daniel Jones has 7.3 rushes a game. So there's a vote for Daniel Jones. At least with Daniel Jones, you get some rushing floor, right? I think Minshew ran for a touchdown last week too, so he runs the ball sometimes too. Daniel Jones, man. 7 rushes a game. Rushing attempts. He's had double-digit rushing attempts 5 times this year. Holy fuck. Yeah, so this is like going to be the big decision this week. What quarterback? Available players. Go. Oh, how's Drake London been doing? Wow, look at Drake London's fucking targets, man. 12 targets, 11 targets, 9 targets. Jeez. This guy should definitely be on somebody's team. Cooks is back. Pickens, Myers, London, Samuel, Cooks, Burks, Claypool, Scantling, McKenzie, Duvernay, Elijah Moore, and then Campbell's in there. I mean, our receivers are Tyreek Hill, Metcalf, and Cooper, so we don't really need anybody, but we could grab, like, London just because he's been getting so many fucking targets. Like, things can happen during the week, you know? Not to wish death on anybody, but if my opponent's wide receiver dies in a car crash tomorrow, he might try to pick up Drake London, right? So we want to be, and those things happen, so we want to be rostering as many viable options as we can to block from our opponent, and et cetera, et cetera. That's how you play hardcore fantasy football. Who was the other guy I liked with the target? Oh, Cooks. So I think London and Cooks would be the first two receivers we'd want to grab, if we're gonna grab one, which we probably won't, but maybe we will. Okay, Patterson's available, but I think Algier is kind of taking over the backfield, they're saying, right? Yeah, so Algier should definitely be rostered, but whatever, it's the last game of the season, he doesn't have to be rostered. There's nobody else to really grab here, right? Tight ends, Higbee. Okay, so Dolchich is a guy that people might want. Taysom Hill has had 3 double-digit games in a row at tight end. 3 in a row. The most inconsistent fucking guy. I was rostering this guy, like, through this period here, you know? He was a free agent, he was a free agent, he was a free agent. I spent my waiver on this guy, picked him up, and then this is what he did for me, and then I drop him, and then that's what he starts doing, right? It's just an absolute fucking joke, but that's how life is most of the time. Oh yeah, Juwan Johnson's available too. He could be a good option. Hill, Hurst, Juwan Johnson. But my opponent has Kelsey at tight end, so it's not about blocking or anything. It's about us starting somebody possibly over Darren Waller, but I don't think that's really going to happen either. I think we're probably just going to have to go with Waller. Let's show my team projected fantasy points. So, like, Waller's projected more points than them, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I don't know. Taysom Hill's been a big part of the Saints offense, and he's got 3 double-digit scoring games in a row. It kind of makes me think maybe we should go with Taysom Hill. But they're playing Philly, so that's a tough defense to play against. So the Waller's playing against San Francisco. That's a tough defense to go against. So I don't know. Would it make sense to start Taysom Hill over Darren Waller? I think the answer would probably be no, just because Taysom Hill is kind of like that utility player that some weeks he's going to have big weeks, some weeks he's going to have not so great a week, so he's going to be less consistent than Waller probably, so we're probably just going to be sticking with Waller. But it's a guy we might want to pick up. Graham Gano, Dicker the kicker, Myers, Gould, Gay. Okay. But we've got Brett Maher, so we like Brett Maher. They like Dicker against the Rams. Gano against Indy. Gano's been killing it. Lots of 50-yarders too, right? What has he got? 8 50-yarders? Jeez. Graham Gano's got 8 50-yarders. Wow, Maher's got 9. Holy shit. Graham Gano, man, he's killing it too. I think we just... Oh, this is a Thursday game. Oh, I don't like Thursday games. Shit. I don't like these Thursday games, dude. Maybe I want to pivot to Gano. I don't like these Thursday games. Short week. I just don't like it. I think I might go with Graham Gano. I'm not joking. If we go with Graham Gano, we're definitely not going with Daniel Jones. Switch Maher for Gano. I think I might want to switch to Graham Gano. The Colts are not doing very good. They're going to give up points. The Giants have something to play for, so they're going to be trying to score. The Cowboys have something to play for too, but I just don't like this short week bullshit. Maybe I shouldn't let it bother me, but they just played a hard football game, and they have to turn around and play another football game 4 days later. I just don't think the teams do as well. I mean, there could still be a lot of points. There still could be a lot of red zone appearances, but I just think in general the teams don't perform as well, and so that's kind of putting a knock on him. Dallas defense is playing Tennessee. See, like, that might be okay, but I don't think so. You kind of worry about the Derrick Henry factor there. Dallas, I just dropped Tennessee defense. Tennessee, Green Bay, Jets, Cincy, Minnesota, Rams. Week 17 projected, show me team, sort. So they do have Dallas projected more points. But I don't like the idea of going against Derrick Henry. I'm not doing it. Like, even though Dallas has a great defense, Derrick Henry could just stiff arm everyone. The Colts are terrible right now, and Nick Foles was like throwing interceptions left and right, and I feel like whatever quarterback the Colts play, they're going to fucking throw like 4 interceptions. So it kind of makes me want to pivot to the Giants defense. The Chargers defense just put up 20 points yesterday. It was last night, right, against the Colts. Why not play against... And the Colts, Jonathan Taylor's hurt, like their whole team, and they suck, and like, I don't know, man. Switch LHC defense for New York Giants. I don't think I'm going to go to Dallas because of Derrick Henry, right? Oh, yeah, Jacksonville defense against Houston could be good, too. That could be good. Giants defense, Jacksonville defense. Or we could go with the Chargers defense against the Rams. Just the Rams just put up 50 points. So that's a little scary. We're betting against Baker Mayfield here, the chosen one. I don't really like doing that. Wow, we're actually going to have more decisions in this fucking thing than I thought, huh? We really do have some decisions here. Another thing is if Tennessee's running the ball a lot and Derrick Henry is a little bit successful, it's going to keep Dallas's offense off the field, right? And then there's less scoring opportunities for the kicker. If we get Graham Gano, they're playing the Colts. The Colts are going to give the ball back. The Giants are going to get more red zone opportunities this game maybe than a lot of others. And they got something to play for. They need to score points. I think I'm pretty convinced on switching my kicker to Graham Gano, which I did not know coming into today that I'd be doing that. And I'm pretty convinced on changing my defense, too. I don't like that the Rams did so good. I picked the Chargers defense up for this week, last week, in preparation, but now the Rams just scored 50-something points. Cam Akers looked really good out there. They're a well-coached team, the Rams, as opposed to playing against the Colts. That look like they're kind of in shambles. Or like if we had the defense that was playing against Denver this week or something. Who is playing Denver this week? Denver's playing Kansas City. Is Kansas City's defense available? I'm guessing no. Nope. Kansas City's defense is not available. All right. So, we're switching our kicker. We don't like the Thursday game. We think there's a better chance for red zone opportunities for the Giants than there are for Dallas this week. I don't think I really want to play Daniel Jones and the Giants kicker, but we could. We certainly could. Daniel Jones can have 7 rushes and get some touchdowns, and the kicker can have a few 40 or 50-yard field goals. It could happen in the same game. Why not? So I don't know that we should be too worried about that, but we kind of would prefer to start a different quarterback than our kicker or whatever. Did Minshew look good out there? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he looked good out there or if he looked shitty. I kind of want to take a look. Did he look good out there? Did he look shitty? Like, what's the deal?
The passing game stuff is going to be very similar. On the fake quick throw, AJ Brown.
I mean, that was a tight window he just threw into. He doesn't look like he gives any fucks. Against Dallas' defense, too. He's going up top. Yeah, we got to go with Minshew. I'm already sold on Minshew already. Look at this shit. He's got Devonta Smith. He's got A.J. Brown.
Two quick catches, and the Eagles are down to the 10. On a 3rd and 9. Minshew runs.
Look at him scampering. He looks slow. He looks slow as fuck. He looks so slow. Micah Parsons, Jesus. Don't fuck with him. I'm already sold on Minshew. Another thing to keep in mind is that the most important move for us is to switch quarterbacks. The switch for quarterback is more important than switching our kicker and switching our defense. So if we are going to put in waiver claims, we want to go for the quarterbacks first before our opponent blocks us from quarterbacks. I think we should probably put in a waiver claim for Minshew and like Daniel Jones. We only don't like Lawrence this week because he's playing Houston and their defense is pretty good. I don't see Trevor Lawrence having his ceiling game against the Texans. I think Minshew could have a ceiling game against the Saints, and I think Jones could have a ceiling game against the Colts. So I think Minshew and Daniel Jones are my top two people to get. I don't think we mind dropping Raheem Mostert when he hasn't been doing much. And yeah, my opponent's not going to play him. Jamal Williams, 3 games in a row, less than 4 fantasy points. 4 games in a row, less than 9 fantasy points. There's just, like, we should definitely be able to drop Jamal Williams. I almost feel like we should go with somebody other than Metcalf, which sounds crazy, but I don't know, man. The Jets' defense is good, right? They're going to put Sauce on him or some shit. He's not going to be able to do anything. The Seahawks must contend with the Jets' Sauce Gardner, key to coverage in Week 17, bumping Metcalf down to upside wide receiver 2 status for the fantasy finals. Yeah, we're scared of the Jets' pass defense is the thing here. So even though Metcalf has been my guy the whole year, you kind of feel like you just want to go with Metcalf. I mean, if Drake London's getting the targets. Who's he playing against? Let's see, Week 17 projected. Show my team. Filter. Sort. There's Drake London right here. Against Arizona. And the Falcons still have something to play for because they're not out of the playoff race yet, right? Oh, they are. They are out. The Falcons have been eliminated. The Saints actually have not been eliminated. The Saints have not been eliminated. If the Saints win out, and then the Bucs lose to the Panthers, and then Panthers lose their last game to the Falcons or something, then maybe the Saints would make it in. Maybe I should... How do the Saints make the playoffs? To make the playoffs, the Saints will have to win their final 2 games. They also need help in the form of 2 losses by Tampa Bay. Yep, that's exactly what I guessed. Well, it's not a guess, but because of looking at the standings. They need Tampa Bay to lose out. They need Tampa Bay to lose to the Panthers and lose the last game, and the Saints need to win out. But I think the Saints need the Panthers to not win out as well. How come it doesn't mention that? They would also need 2 yeah, but they'd also need the Panthers to lose week 18. Because the Panthers would be 4-1 in the division, yeah. 3-3. Yeah, I think, or do the Panthers play the Saints in the last week? Maybe that's what I'm missing. That's what I'm missing here. The Saints play the Panthers last week of the season, I think. That's why if they win out, they're in, because they'd be beating the Panthers. Yep. Okay. So yeah, the Saints. If the Panthers beat the Bucks this week coming up and the Saints win out, then the Saints are in. So, fucking shit. I mean, the Saints' playoff hopes are still very much alive. It doesn't take that much for that to happen. The Falcons are not playing for anything. I don't really want to play a guy who's not playing for anything. I'm not doing it. He gets hurt in the game. He gets nicked up. They're going to sit him down. DK Metcalf gets banged up in the game. They're going to put him back out there to go catch the ball because they're playing for the playoffs. So we're not interested in London over Metcalf. That's not a thing. We're going to have to stick with Metcalf, which isn't bad to do anyway. We're going with Hill and Metcalf. It's not going to get changed. I don't care that they're playing against Sauce Gardner. I can't worry about it. Metcalf has played against some good defenses this year, and he still gets his 7 catches on 9 targets anyway every time. So we're not interested in London after looking at that. I think it's going to be like drop Tua for Minshew, drop Jamal Williams for Daniel Jones, switch the kicker, switch the defense. Maybe we could drop Mostert and just add a defense instead of switching defenses type thing. I feel like we'd want to go with Jacksonville defense against Houston. Jacksonville's on fire right now. They're trying to go to the playoffs too. Giants defense against Indy could be good though, with the fact that Indy's all out of sorts right now. This could be, this can make or break us, man, what defense we play here. Oh, man. Alright, well, let's start putting in these waiver claims because we know we're already doing a few of these things here. I think Minshew's the number 1 guy we want to get. So we have both Eagles quarterbacks, and we can play whichever Eagles quarterback is playing, although I'm a little bit worried about going with a banged-up Jalen Hurts, because I don't want him to get hurt in-game and cost us the championship. We're dropping Tua for Minshew. We're dropping Tua for Daniel Jones. And then let's go drop Jamal Williams for Daniel Jones. Because if we get Minshew with Tua, we want to be able to get Jones as well. We don't want any wide receivers. Algier would be like a block or like a just get him out of there so our opponent doesn't play him type thing, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think we're just going to have to go with Darren Waller. I'm worried we're not going to get any points out of Darren Waller against the Niners defense. I think we could have a better chance of getting a big game out of... If you think about who's going to get you the big game, I think we have a better chance of getting a big game out of Taysom Hill or Dulcich than we do Waller. Dulcich is playing the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to score a lot of points. So Denver's going to have to throw it, and Dulcich runs a lot of routes. So that could be a positive game script for Dulcich, where Waller is playing a really good defense. They don't give up points to anybody. They don't give up points to tight ends. The Niners defense is like amazing. I'm actually starting the 49ers defense in the other league, so I don't really want to play any Raiders against the 49ers defense. I might be overthinking this a little bit, but it might be good to go with a different tight end, too. I mean, I'm like switching my whole fucking team at the last minute here, but it might be for the best. If you go to average points per game, tight end, all players this year, pretty sure Taysom Hill ranks pretty high up. Look at that shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In terms of average points per game, Taysom Hill is 7th best this year. So even though he has games where he has 1 point and 0 points and 4 points and 0 points and 1 point, he has these big games where he gets 14 points, 34 points, and then look at these last 3 weeks in a row. 12, 10, and 11 points. He rushed 9 times for 56 yards and a touchdown last week. The Saints utilized Taysom more than a standard week in what would be the 3rd coldest game in Browns history. They ran the ball more. It was frigid conditions. They're playing the Eagles this week. I feel like they're going to run the ball and just it's going to be a physical game. They might give the ball to Taysom Hill a bunch. They really might. Darren Waller, 8.6 points per game. He's right behind Taysom Hill. But like I said, Darren Waller's got a really tough matchup against the Niners defense. They're playing the Niners defense in the other league. It kind of goes against that, and we don't like that. Dulcich is down here, 7 points a game. The Broncos' offense is horrible. But he did just have a 12-point outing. Eight targets. He's had 8 targets 3 times, right? 8 targets, 8 targets, 8 targets. Here he only had 2 targets. I think the Broncos' offense is just so bad that you can't go with Dulcich. He's definitely capped. Like, he's not going to have some 3-touchdown game. The Broncos haven't had 3 touchdowns on offense all year. So you're never going to get the big game out of him. Whereas I think Taysom Hill, you could get a big game out of him. You could get 9 rushes for 50 yards and a touchdown like he had last week. He throws the ball sometimes. He could have a throwing touchdown. He could catch the ball too. He kind of does it all. Still seems like a risky play to go Taysom Hill, but when you look at the fact that he's the 7th best tight end on the year, if you look at average points per game, why should we worry about playing him? We don't like the matchup with Waller. I don't think I'm going to grab Dulcich. I don't think I'm going to do it. I just don't think the Broncos offense is good enough. But I think picking up Taysom Hill could be smart. And playing him could be smart. Or is Taysom Hill? Alright, so let's do this, and let's drop Jamal Williams for Taysom Hill. Alright, so we're trying to pick up Minshew, we're trying to pick up Jones, we're trying to pick up Taysom Hill. If we can't pick up Taysom Hill with Jamal Williams, I guess we could drop Mostert for him. I'm a little like feeling like it's weird to drop Mostert, but I don't think it matters. He hasn't been doing anything. Wilson's healthy again, right? Pretty sure he is. I think he played yesterday. Yeah. So we don't want Mostert, really. Is Hubbard available? Chuba Hubbard. Nope. Somebody's got him. People have been dropping him. 1,279 drops. Because they're making room with other players. They know that he's not startable this week. He's just not. Why are people dropping Taysom Hill? Alright, so going for Minshew. Going for Jones. Going for Hill. Whew. I think I'm going to go with Taysom Hill over Waller. I think I'm going to do it. I think this is the plan. I'm not going to worry about putting in waivers for the kicker and the defense. Although maybe I should, whatever. Then yeah, why not? There's no other waivers to worry about all year. Maybe I should just go ahead and do this too. I guess we should go after the defense first, or I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I should go for the kicker first. I want Graham Gano. I want Graham Gano. Which defense do we want? I might just not put in a waiver claim for the defenses. I might see who we get first over here. If we get Daniel Jones, if we have Daniel Jones and Graham Gano, am I gonna want the Giants defense too? Fuck. I mean, I don't know. Playing all the Giants in the championship. I hope we get Minshew and not Daniel Jones. Is kind of how I'm feeling, but we might get both of them. Jacksonville's defense has been slaying it. 12, and 14 points. They weren't doing so great against the Cowboys, but they got a defensive touchdown, which helped their point out total. They had a good matchup here. 21 points against the Colts. The Chargers just had 20 points against the Colts last night. Like, that's what makes me feel like the Giants' defense might be the thing to get. Chargers' defense is a little sketchy, and the Rams looked like they could be a little explosive. I should probably ditch them. We don't want Chargers' defense. We want Giants. We want Giants or Jacksonville. We don't want Chargers defense. Edit waiver priority. There we go. Okay. Minshew, Jones is good. Do we go... Is it more important for us to get the defense, or is it more important for us to get the tight end? I guess I feel like it's more important for us to get the defense. I'm going to make this 4 and this 5. And then this is 6. This is 7. And then this is 8. I think that's what we're going to do. I think the defense is more important than this tight end situation. Change priority. Boom. There we go. So we got the defenses coming off the board faster than the tight end situation here, because we do have Darren Waller. Who's my opponent playing? Philly defense, right? So they're probably not going to change defense. Cleveland defense against Washington's a good play, too. I think we're done with this team. There's actually quite a bit to look at there, but there aren't many options, so it's kind of easy to figure out what to do, I guess. Making way more changes I thought we'd ever be making. Trying to upgrade the kicker, trying to upgrade the defense, trying to upgrade the tight end, trying to find a quarterback. I'd rather go with Minshew than a hurt Jalen Hurts this week. I'd rather go with Daniel Jones than a hurt Jalen Hurts. We're going to end up dropping Jalen Hurts at some point. Drop Hurts later in week 4. Because I might do that. I think we're good here. I think we're good here. 98 moves, 8-game winning streak, now a 9-game winning streak with the playoff game. Number 1 in points. We've been winning the whole way. It's time to win the championship. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good matchup. And it's also going to come down to Monday night because this guy's got Singletary, Davis, and Burrow on Monday night. So it's definitely coming down to Monday night. Kind of crazy. Burrow might have a tough time against Buffalo defense now. Yeah, Buffalo's given up the 5th fewest points to quarterbacks this season. That's actually pretty good for us, right? That he's got Burrow against Buffalo is good for us. I feel like it caps Joe Burrow quite a bit, and he's not going to have another quarterback he's going to be able to go to because Burrow's still going to be the better start over those other guys, but he's got a tough matchup, so it's good for us. Obviously not good for us that our freaking quarterback got hurt 2 weeks ago. All right, I think that's it. I'm happy with what we looked at there. I feel like we're doing the right things. We looked at our opponent's team. We looked at our team. We looked at who's available. We looked at all the options. I feel like we did good. All right, so this league we're playing for... We need 3rd place to get our money back after losing to this fucking guy. It's really, really, really disappointing that we started the wrong tight end 2 weeks ago because we would have ended up getting the 3 seed, and then we would have been playing against I Want to Be Like Mike this week, and we would have beat him 127-73, and then I'd be in the championship playing for thousands of dollars against this JD guy, and instead we lose to JD guy even though we put up 127 points because his players play out of their fucking minds. It's really, really fucking disappointing, to be honest. I just need to stop thinking about it. If I just would have started Kittle... If I just would have started Kittle instead of Njoku, we would have ended up having it go our way the week before here. Here it is. We lost by 9.5 points. And we started Njoku over Kittle. And Kittle had 23 points. I also had 30 points for McKinnon on my bench. So if I could have somehow found the start with McKinnon, which wasn't going to happen with Chubb, Jacobs, and Eckler, but 30 points on my bench... 20 points from Latavius Murray on my bench, 23 points from Kittle on my bench. I lose this guy by 9.5 points. If I just would have started the other tight end. Njoku had been getting a lot of targets, though. He had 9 targets here, 7 targets here, back in the season before he got hurt, 7, 6, 6, 7, 10. And Kittle was like out there blocking. Look at Kittle, but before these 20-point weeks. I mean, he had a 20-point week here. 2 touchdowns. So just so happened he had 2 touchdowns. But look at the targets. 5, 2, 6, 4, 3, 5. He's getting half as many targets in the passing game. So it made sense to me to go with Njoku at the time, but ended up fucking boning us. I'm going to have to play San Francisco defense against the Raiders. And I was worried that, like, what am I going to do this week having Josh Jacobs on my team? And we got Waller on the other team that we're going to bench for Taysom Hill. Like, I'm just going to bench Jacobs. I know it's crazy. He's one of the top running backs in fantasy football this year. But he just had 15 rushes for 44 yards against Pittsburgh. 22 for 93 against New England. Didn't score. Like, you know, the Raiders are pretty much... Are they eliminated from the playoffs, the Raiders? I think they might be. So they might not have anything to play for, and he's been hurt towards the end of the year. So, the Raiders have not been eliminated. How? How the fuck are the Raiders gonna get in? They're all but eliminated. They're fucking 6-9. So they're gonna need all of the 7 and 8 teams. They're gonna need to pass all of the 7 and 8 teams pretty much to get a wild card. There's 6-9, and then there's 7 and 8. 7 and 8, 7 and 8, 8 and 7. I guess they're still in it, but they're gonna need to like win out and need multiple teams to lose out. It's not gonna be really a thing. I mean, they're gonna try. Anyway, we've got McKinnon on both teams, right? We got McKinnon starting here. This team's got McKinnon, Chubb, and Eckler. And my other team has McKinnon, Chubb, and Eckler. So we're starting the same 3 running backs on both of our teams, which I think is a good thing. Let's just root for these 3 guys to score a bunch of points. We win both leagues, right? Jacobs on the bench is definitely a little bit of an outside-of-the-box play. But like I said, he hasn't been scoring much, and he's playing against our defense. So we can't play him against our defense. We'd have to get a different defense. We could get Jacksonville's defense and then play Josh Jacobs against San Francisco. Right? But I just don't think we're going to play Jacobs either way, especially since he hasn't had that good of weeks the last 3 weeks. And we're starting McKinnon on both teams. I like McKinnon against Denver. Denver's got a good defense, so the Chiefs are going to do this little thing where they throw to the running back 20 times. That's how they beat him last time. He only had 6 rushes for 22 yards, but he had 29 fantasy points because he caught the ball a million times. Where's the game log? Oh, here it is. McKinnon had 7 catches for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. I don't expect him to do that well, but the fact is that Mahomes threw him the ball. He had 9 targets. Mahomes threw the ball in his direction 9 times. Same amount as Travis Kelce. 11 targets for Juju. So McKinnon is going to be catching the ball against this Broncos team. I think is going to be their strategy. I think it's smart to go with the same 3 running backs in both leagues when we're able to do so. Oh, we got Brett Maher here too, so we want to switch him, right? Switch Maher for somebody. So we know we want to switch our kicker because we're doing that in the other league too. We're keeping San Francisco defense, I think, but Jacksonville defense is probably available. We're going to go with Kittle. He's been killing it. So Njoku is just kind of like a block play, or maybe we could drop Njoku if our opponent doesn't have a good tight end. Drop Njoku. We could drop Doubs. Oh, is Edmonds not in the IR anymore? Whatever. We could just drop him then. Get him out of here. We'll drop Edmonds. He's not an IR candidate anymore. We don't want him. We don't need him. Just get him out of the IR so we can make other moves. You can't make moves if you have somebody in your IR that isn't IR eligible. So we'll get rid of him. Tyreek Hill, we have him on the other team as well. And then this team, we have him on St. Brown. He's definitely going to be started. Look at this fucking guy. He gets like double-digit targets every week. He's amazing. So we know we're starting these skill players. It's just like the other league. Same 3 running backs. We've got Hill and Metcalf in the other league. This league, we've got Hill and Brown. And then in the other league, we have Waller, but we're trying to switch him to Taysom Hill. This league, we got Kittle. We can't drop Latavius Murray. He's too good. Somebody pick him up. Maybe our opponent would. Rashad White, same thing. So we can't really drop anybody unless we're dropping Njoku. We could drop Doubs. There you go. That's it. We're going to switch our kicker. And then also our quarterback situation. This was the league where we had Kyler Murray. And then we were thinking about going with Deshaun Watson. And then he started sucking. I ended up playing Aaron Rodgers last week. And he didn't do that great. And he hasn't been doing that great all year. But he is playing Minnesota's defense this week, and the Packers have something to play for, and they're getting like a little bit of swagger over there in Green Bay. And Minnesota's defense has been terrible. They give up a lot of points, and to quarterbacks. So if we're dropping Njoku and Doubs, I think we're just going to be picking up other quarterback options in case we want to go with them over Rodgers, because we don't need anything else. Like, we're literally not going to ever bench any of these guys, right? And we're never going to do anything except for play San Francisco defense. So we're switching our kicker, and we're dropping Njoku and Doubs for quarterbacks. It's pretty simple. Well, let's look at our opponent's roster, though, first. All right, he's got Josh Allen, so we know he's playing Josh Allen. Damn, this guy's team's good. What the fuck? I hope I win. He's got Allen to Diggs Monday night. So once again, both of these leagues are, and he's got Chase, and he's got Chase Monday night. So both of these leagues are gonna. I'm playing against a lot of Buffalo and Cincinnati players in both of these leagues. So as long as that's a low-scoring game, man, we're all right. Is Cincinnati an outdoor stadium? That might be good for us. I think it's an outdoor stadium. Paycor Stadium. Is it covered? The roof is in the shape of a swoosh. Signature Paul is made of brown farm. No. No, it's an open stadium, I think. It's an outdoor stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. It could be cold as shit. This could be really good for us. An outdoor game in Cincinnati in December for our opponents could hurt their points. So yeah, this could be really good for us. It could be a bad weather game. Could be cold. Sanders, I don't think he's very good because I hated him on my other team, so I don't mind seeing him starting Sanders. Who are his other running backs? God, this guy does not have good running backs, huh? Holy shit, how did he make it this far? Damian Pierce, IR. He's got Zach Moss for the Colts, but he doesn't want to play them. He doesn't want to play Zach Moss, does he? He's got Cook for the Bills, but he's already got a bunch of Bills players, so he doesn't want to do that. This guy's running backs are terrible. Pacheco against Denver, that's not going to go so great, I don't think. How did he do last time against Denver? Oh, he did have 10 points. I don't think Pacheco is going to do much. And I don't think Sanders is going to do much. He's got Garrett Wilson for the Jets. I mean, he's like shuffling quarterbacks every other week. I'm not so worried about this guy's team at all. I hope we beat this guy. I don't like his team. My teams are clearly way better than the other teams. It's just the beating them that's the problem. It's just like poker. It's like, oh, we see our opponents are raised calling all-ins with 9-5 offsuit, but can we hold? That's the tough part. I mean, we're projected to destroy this kid. Denver defense against Kansas City, he's not going to be doing that. Okay, so he was doing the thing I was doing in my other team, which he picked up Chargers defense to play the Rams this week. And I'm not so sure I like this defense as much as I did last week. So, man, I like this matchup against this guy. All right, let's see who's out there. Oh, yeah, we need to put a... So we got Lawrence, Watson is out there because I dropped him. Carr, Wilson, Purdy is out there. So Purdy is an option. We have Kittle on our team. We should probably go for Purdy. We could go Purdy to Kittle. Who are they playing? The Niners are playing the Raiders. Yeah, that's good. We should go with Purdy maybe. I think Purdy's the only option out of everyone out here. Purdy's the only option. We don't want to go with Lawrence against Houston. We don't like Deshaun Watson. He's not been doing great. And we're not playing Derek Carr against San Francisco. And oh, Minshew's out there too. So Purdy or Minshew. I mean, I guess we want to go Minshew first because we have Minshew in the other league. Might be starting two Minshews. Double Minshew. Yep. All right. See the wide receivers. Boyd. I thought maybe our other opponent had Boyd. Boyd, Peoples-Jones, Claypool. Somebody picked up Samuel. Okay, Claypool, Scantling, Woods, McKenzie and Duvernay, sure. Elijah Moore, Campbell. Okay. Running backs, Chuba Hubbard is available. My opponent might want to try to grab Chuba Hubbard because his running backs are so bad. Madison, and then that's pretty much it here. And he might try to grab Chuba Hubbard. Henry, Hurst, Juwan. Looks like Taysom Hill is not available in this league like he was in the other one. So that's it for tight ends, and we have Kittle, so we don't care anyway. Kicker. Yeah, we want to switch our kicker out. Nick Folk at 0.0. Fuck this. Should we go with Badgley? Shit. Which kicker are we going to go with? Suck up against Carolina? I don't know. I don't want to do that either. We're going to have to figure this kicker situation out. I don't know what kicker. Badgley. The Eagles kicker could be good. Jake Elliott. I don't know what we're going to do with kicker, but I know I don't want to play Brett Maher. You going to the store or something?
Yeah.
Yo, man, I drank like 3 of your Budweisers last night, man. You should let me give you some money for that.
Okay.
I don't have anything but 20s, but...
Huh?
Huh?
I'll get change.
Alright, cool. Yeah, sorry, man. Fucking, I only had 2 White Claws left last night, and I felt like drinking a little bit, and then I drank the 2 White Claws, and I was like, God damn, I'm about to go raid Jeremy's beer fridge.
That's alright, man. I'll be right for change.
Alright, cool, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. Oh, Cleveland's defense playing Washington. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, we got San Francisco defense. We don't care. Yeah, that's what we want there. Who dropped New England's defense? What the fuck? I was they're playing Miami though. Cleveland, Jets, Minnesota, Rams, Seattle, New Orleans. These are not even there. Okay. Let's look back at this. Who's this guy's defense? Denver. He's not going to play Denver. Who else? Oh, he's going to play Chargers against the Rams. Or he's going to be looking to pick up another defense, but I don't really like any of these options, so he can just do what he wants. I guess Cleveland against Washington is what he might do. But I'm not worried about that. Who's his tight end? Oh. His tight end is Gerald Everett, who had 0 points last night. He might be looking for another tight end. He might grab... Well, yeah, Juwan Johnson's not there. Yeah, so I'm not worried about that either. But we definitely shouldn't drop Njoku. We should not drop Njoku, because our opponent might pick him up and play him against us. Fuck that. We're not dropping Njoku. Let's actually take a note. Keep Njoku to block tight end from villain. So we're going to drop Daubs for a quarterback. Purdy and Minshew, so we're looking at. Maybe we should just go Purdy here since he's not available in the other league. We'll go Purdy and Minshew and just start 2 different quarterbacks and actually play conservative instead of aggressive for once. Or we'll go Purdy and Daniel Jones as opposed to going Minshew and then getting a bad game from Minshew and it costing us both our leagues. Oh. So yeah, this guy might be looking for a tight end. We don't want to give him an Njoku option. I think we should keep Aaron Rodgers on our team in case we end up going with him over the other guy. I don't know. We could just, if we decided we like Purdy and Minshew better than Rodgers, we could just drop Rodgers now. Maybe we want to go with Rodgers. He's got something to play for. Minnesota's defense is not good. It's a division game. It's a home game in the cold. I don't know. Could be cold out there. Could be cold out there. The Eagles are playing the Saints in a dome, right? Minshew's going to be in a dome this week? Oh, that's a home game. I don't think Philly's in a dome. They're acting like Jalen Hurts is going to play. Jalen Hurts aims to play in Week 17 against the Saints. Well, maybe we shouldn't try to get Minshew. Maybe getting Minshew's dumb because Hurts is playing anyway. The Eagles aren't sure if quarterback Jalen Hurts will be ready to start on Sunday against the Saints as he recovers from a sprained shoulder injury suffered last week versus the Bears. However, NFL Network's Ian Rappaport said Monday that Hurts will try to return Sunday in order to help the Eagles earn the NFC's #1 seed and an accompanying first-round playoff bye. If they had beaten the Cowboys, I would say that there's no chance that we would see Jalen Hurts this weekend against the Saints, but the Eagles didn't win, so now they need to win. They need to get the #1 seed. They still want to get a bye. It's all out there for them. Jalen Hurts is going to push to play this week. Still up in the air about whether or not he goes. I'm just saying there's a chance. And then do I want to play him? What if he re-aggravates his shoulder the first play of the game and gets 0 points from me? It would be so fucked up. We might need to just stay away from the Eagles quarterbacks in general and just go like Daniel Jones and Purdy. That might actually have to be the play. Let me go back to this team. I'm just going to get rid of the waiver claim for Minshew. Fuck Minshew. We're going with Daniel Jones if Jalen Hurts is hurt. If Jalen Hurts is playing, we're probably just going to fucking go with him and hope he doesn't get hurt in the game. But, God, that's a little risky. Might just want to go Daniel Jones anyway. Anyway, we just need a quarterback to score us some points. It's more about the skill players showing up for us. So, fuck this Minshew idea. Okay, so we got rid of that. Let's go here. Brock Purdy. We're going to drop Romeo Doubs. Oh, shit. I fucking dropped Purdy this week, so I'm not allowed to pick him back up. Damn it. Oh, man. Okay. I'm not worried about the Minshew thing now. If we find out later in the week that Hurts is not going to play, then we might just go Minshew, but I'm not going to go after him. Okay, so we can't put in a waiver claim for Brock Purdy because we dropped him a few days ago, and you're not allowed to pick him right back up like that until he clears waivers. It's just the way it works, so... Ooh. We're going to have to try to drop Doubs for Purdy at midnight tonight or whatever. Off free agency. That's going to be what we try to do. So we want to find a different kicker is what we need to do right now. Oops. There we go. Kicker. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. So we want to switch our kicker. This is going to be pretty much our only decision here, I guess. Unless I want to block. Oh, you know what? I could block Hubbard though, right? I could block Hubbard. Hold on. We want to block Hubbard. So we're going to drop Daubs for Hubbard. Waivers, and drop Hubbard for Purdy. If Purdy's going to end up being available. So let's drop Daubs for Chuba Hubbard on waivers. Boom. And we can block Hubbard from our opponent. Because our opponent has weak running backs. He might actually try to pick up Hubbard. I doubt it, but he might. He might go with that. Hubbard against Tampa Bay. Probably not what he wants to go with, but he might do it. Might as well. We know we don't want Daubs, so might as well pick up somebody that could be useful to us. So we'll do the Hubbard block play. What about this fucking New England defense hanging out here? How'd they do the last time they played Miami? Last time they played Miami, it was week 1, so that almost doesn't even count. As like seeing how the teams did, so whatever. I think I'd rather go with Aaron Rodgers than Lawrence this week or Watson. It's just going to be Aaron Rodgers or Brock Purdy. I like the idea of Brock Purdy to Kittle in a dome. They're staying on the West Coast. San Francisco against Vegas. I just want to make sure through the week that like these teams have things to play for. I'm guessing the Niners are playing for playoff seeding and stuff. Maybe, like, I don't know. Do they have a chance of getting the number 1 seed in the NFC? I guess I should take a look at these standings again. Standings. Philly's 13-2. The Niners are 11-4. So the Vikings are 12-3, and there's 2 games left. So the Niners would have to win out, and then the Eagles and the Vikings would have to like lose out. And then I still don't know. I guess the Niners are trying to stay ahead of the Cowboys. I mean, they're going to get 1 home game no matter what. I don't know that they're really playing for anything. I don't know. The Niners have clinched the division. Vikings have clinched the division. Okay, the Eagles haven't even clinched the division. If the Eagles lose the next 2 games and the Cowboys win the next 2 games and the Cowboys win the division. So the Eagles are in the playoffs, but they haven't even clinched the division. Vikings clinched the division, Niners clinched the division, Chiefs clinched the division, and Bills have clinched the division. Only 4 divisions have been clinched out of the 8 divisions. We need to figure out this kicker thing. Drop Dobbs for Hubbard, and then we're going to try to drop Hubbard for Purdy, I suppose. If Purdy's available. Or we could just stick with Rodgers. I mean, oh God, week 1 against Minnesota. But the Packers were just not playing good football at the beginning of the year. The Packers won 3 games in a row here, huh? And then they lost 5 in a row. Wow. They lost 7 of 8 games in here. Look at this shit. They won 3 in a row, and then they lost 7 of 8. And now they've won 3 in a row. They're so streaky this year. He has not been doing good this year. He has exactly 0 300-yard games. He has 1 game with 3 touchdowns. 1. It's just not good. I mean, we should just not play him based on that. He has 0 300-yard games, 1 3-touchdown game. I think we just got to go with Purdy over this guy. Maybe I should just drop Rodgers for Purdy. Fuck Rodgers. He sucks. I want Brock Purdy. I think we just drop Rodgers for Purdy. And that's just how you do it. Oh, yeah, we can't do that. Rodgers sucks. We're going to go with Brock Purdy. Purdy to Kittle for the win. Kittle's been crushing it with Purdy. Back-to-back 2 touchdown games. They've got some chemistry. We got to switch kickers. That's the only thing we got to figure out for this team, and I think we're done. We're switching kicker. We don't want Maher on a short week, but at least we had good options in the other league. This league, I don't like any of these options. I just don't. Badgley in the Dome, home against the Bears, could be good. Chicago's given up the 7th fewest fantasy points to kickers. Actually, I don't want Badgley because I have him on St. Brown. I don't want the Lions to kick field goals. I want the Lions to score touchdowns with them on St. Brown. I also don't want Philly's kicker for that reason, right? Because we might go with Jalen Hurts. I think Suck Up makes sense, except I'm rooting for the Panthers really hard in this game. I don't want them to have a good game. And last time they played the Panthers, they only put up 3 points. What if they get destroyed like that again? Shit, man. What kicker are we going with here? What about Matt Gay for the Rams? He had 19 points last week. He has 7 50-yarders on the year. Maybe we go with Matt Gay and a resurgent Rams team against the Chargers defense. Don't want to go with Green Bay, or do I? 15 points last week. He's an old buck, though, this Mason Crosby. 0 50-yarders on the year. I don't like that. I don't like Prater against Atlanta. I think Atlanta plays good defense. 4 50-yarders. I think I might want to go with Matt Gay. I don't have any other Rams on my team. He could kick a bunch of field goals against the Chargers. I'd be fine with that. He had 3 field goals last week, 2 50-yarders. He's had 4 games in a row with a 50-yard field goal. That's 5 points right there, Sonny Jims. He's doing a lot more in the last 6 weeks. Season average, all kickers. Damn, Matt Gay is all the way down here. But I bet you the last 4 weeks he's like top 5. Eddie Pinheiro. Wow. Eddie Pinheiro. Look at this shit. 1, 2, 3, 5 out of the last 6 games. He's got double-digit fantasy points. Holy fuck. Maybe we should go with the Panthers guy. Old Eddie Pinheiro. Because the Bucks have a pretty good defense, but the Panthers' offense has been doing a little bit better. You know? So maybe it's going to be a thing where the Panthers got to kick some field goals. Tampa Bay has not given up a lot of points this year to kickers because they got a good defense, I suppose. So that might not be great. Oh. The last 4 weeks, Eddie Pinheiro, number 1 here. And then there's Matt Gay. The Jacksonville kicker. That could be good. That could be good. Because the Jags are going to maybe move down the field, but Houston's got a pretty decent defense. Only 1 50-yarder on the year, though. Why? He doesn't have a big leg. He's only 2% rostered, and he's got 12, 13, 12, and 14 fantasy points the last 4 weeks. And they played Denver's good defense 1 week, too, and he still got it done. Shit, man. The Panthers have something to play for, and the Rams don't. So, if it's the second quarter and the Panthers have a chance at a 58-yard field goal or something, they might take it because they need the points. They need to beat the Bucks, so they're playing for the fucking division. If the Rams are in a situation like that, they might be like, whatever, punt the ball. We don't, like, the Rams don't need. I think the Rams are going to be competitive. They're going to try to win, but they don't really have to be. So I think that makes me want to lean Pinheiro over Matt Gay. I'm nervous about playing Pinheiro against Tampa Bay because the Panthers are the home team and I want them to win so bad. And if I'm watching the Panthers-Tampa Bay game, I'm going to be like biting my fingernails watching the game, and like I'm just worried about Eddie Pinheiro fucking botching it for me or something. The Panthers only had 21 points in week 7 against the Bucks, but our offense was like, we beat the Bucks 21-3. That's 2 weeks after we fired Matt Rule. We fired Matt Rule after this game, and then we traded Christian McCaffrey away like 2 days before this Rams game. And then we had the Tampa Bay game. We won 21-3, but our offense was like PJ Walker and whoever we could throw together. Like, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing at all. Now we've been like doing a lot better here over the last 6 weeks with putting points on the board. Didn't have a good game at Baltimore. Baltimore's a good team, though. Our offense has been putting up more points. 30 points, 37 points. More opportunities for Eddie Pinheiro. And you can see his points going up, so... Oh, man, maybe Pinheiro is our guy. I know it's crazy to say, but I think I'm going to go with fucking Pinheiro here. Holy shit. I'm actually going to pick up the Panthers kicker. It makes me so nervous. It makes me nervous. Nobody else is going to try to pick up Eddie Pinheiro but me. What's up, Over Aggressive Fish? Play Fortnite now. Why? Why no Fortnite? I didn't say no. I'm asking you why you're badgering me about playing right now. Why? You've never asked me to play Fortnite before. San Francisco, Brett Maher. We're switching Maher. Dobbs for Hubbard. We want Purdy. We're keeping Njoku to block. I don't think there's anything else to do here. Oh, you're trolling me. Oh, okay. Well, I just won't talk to you anymore. When you write something in chat, I'll just ignore it from now on. How's that sound? Because I'm getting tired of all the fucking fake messages and the trolling from you and a few other people. You don't think I remember the Fortnite last night and all that? I do remember. It's been real. I mean, you control, I control back. It's been real, man. Have fun being a troll in chat. I'm not responding to you anymore. I'm done with it. I really am. Got too many real peeps sending me real messages all the real time to put up with the troll peeps. I got no time for it. I think that's it. I think we figured this shit out. I can't believe how many fucking moves we're actually making. I mean, look at this fucking shit. Switching our quarterback, dropping these guys, switching our kickers, switching our defense, switching tight ends. We're picking up a different kicker here. We're going with a different quarterback. We're going to hold this guy to block tight end. We're going to try to block our opponent by picking up Hubbard. I think that this is what we want to do. I don't think I need to even spend more time on this. I don't think our starting lineup is going to be anything to like wonder about. I think that Chubb, McKinnon, and Eckler on both teams makes a lot of sense. I think benching Jacobs against San Francisco defense makes a lot of sense. We're definitely playing Kittle here. We're definitely playing Hill and Brown. And then the other team, we're going to play Hill and Metcalf. But we're not sure if we want to start Waller. We think we actually want to pick up Taysom Hill and just start Taysom Hill over Waller. Because I think Hill has a better chance of the ceiling game. I don't think he has as good of a floor as Waller, but I think it's almost the same. And then I think his ceiling is much better than Waller's. This is exciting. I wish that I would have got myself into the freaking championship here. We were one move away from doing that 2 weeks ago, and it's kind of tilting, but... But shit happens. I feel really tired. It's like 4 p.m. I was definitely planning on playing poker today. I feel like I should be playing poker every day and stuff, but... Maybe today is a day for gaming and just relaxing. Getting more sleep tonight. Getting up at a better time tomorrow and studying and playing. Because I kind of want to study before I play again. There's already no time for that today. Poker's great, but having a day off every once in a while I think is great too. I think we usually take off Tuesdays lately. Oh, Tuesday's Tuesday Blues Day though. I think we took off last Tuesday too. Just because I do have the fantasy football shit going on late at night, so I kind of do want to be ready to pay attention to this. I'm pretty sure we did the speed run for Dark Souls last Tuesday. I think I'm done looking at this. We made the best moves we could. I don't know that it's all going to work out. I don't really want to play Daniel Jones, but I think we might have to. The thing that's going to be tough to decide is if they say that Jalen Hurts is playing with a hurt shoulder, do we play him? Because we don't know how this bro plays with a fucking sprained shoulder. And he usually runs the ball for them a lot. Is he going to run it and then get tackled one time and he gets hit in the shoulder and then he's fucking out for the rest of the game and then we lose the fantasy football championship because we played a quarterback that got hurt in the first quarter? And that would really suck. I'd rather play Daniel Jones knowing he's probably going to play the whole game. The best quarterback in fantasy this year is Jalen Hurts, and he got hurt for us right at the end. Kyler Murray is top 10 too, and he got hurt for me. What a fucking joke, right? It is fucked. These four are definitely a step above the rest. Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, and Hurts. Jackson and Fields getting it with a lot of running. Wide receivers, Jefferson was the best this year by far. Cooper Kupp, but he got hurt. Tyreek Hill. Those three were way higher than the rest. And Chase, Adams, Diggs. A.J. Brown. Austin Eckler or Josh Jacobs. Oh, Derrick Henry's having a good year. Wow. Jesus Christ. The 4 running backs over 18 a game. McCaffrey, Henry, Jacobs, and Eckler. And Barkley's in there. Chubb, Pollard, Hall. Kelsey was way higher than everyone else. Look at this shit. If you drafted Travis Kelsey, then you're probably in the championship game, you know? It's like such an advantage to have Kelsey. Wow. The tight ends are fucked this year. Only 4 over 10 points a game, or I guess 5 if you want to include Andrews. If you want to round up. He just had a 29-point game. Hawkinson, he had a big game back here too. So random. So random. Maher is one of the best kickers all year, and I'm dropping him this week, but I don't dig it. The short week against Tennessee, I'm not loving it. I'm just not. Maybe I'm worrying too much about something that doesn't matter, but to me, I just worry. I worry Tennessee is going to play good. I worry it's a short week. The offense might not be clicking as much. I wonder if Dallas against Tennessee is a good play. I don't want to play him against Derrick Henry. Woo. Hubbard's the guy to block. Dare Agumbawale. Doesn't look like... Oh, the Christmas tournament's over on every game, I guess. Ooh. Ooh. Doesn't even look like anyone's playing on there. Looks like everybody's taking a day off today. Wow. Like all the games on Steam are on sale. It's kind of sick. I want to play this Persona 5 Royale game. That's the game I want to play. Persona 5 Royale. Or Royal, whatever the fuck it is. I want to play it. Crash Bandicoot 4 is out. That could be fun. Oh yeah, I want to play this Yakuza game as well. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Yakuza Like a Dragon and Persona 5 Royal. Okay. Well, I mean, I drank like 3 of your beers. It's 12. I mean, I didn't expect much more back than this, is what I'm saying. I didn't expect much more money back than this. You know, I guess you know what it was or whatever.
I was just thinking, what, like, if you did the math, it'd be like 75% a piece, I guess. Or something like that. I don't know.
It's not. It's not a big deal to me on getting the exact money back, man. I'm sorry I took your shit without asking while you're sleeping. But if I do something like that, I'm always gonna get you back. I figured that you'd be all right with it. You're right, man. It is hard to have 1 or 2 alcoholic beverages and not want to drink 4 or 5 more of them. I was like, fuck, I need another one of these.
It's fucking virtually impossible for me.
Yeah. Alright, you guys. Shit like that. You don't want to be not excited to play. I'm pretty sure this stream is going to get shut down while I install this game. And I should probably just shut it down anyway because it'll install faster. Yeah, like we're just going to need to cut the stream. It was poker. It's best not to play poker. And it looks like there's not a lot of people playing on that Every Game site today. It looks like a lot of people are not on there.